pretty much, yeah. Hello?
Hey, what are you doing?
Streaming.
Okay.
Alright, what's up?
I'm just coming home.
Yeah, okay. I'll talk to you when you get home. Bye. That was the worst possible time. Still got 3 minutes. 3 minutes and then the countdown's done. So if you want to reset me, you can. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sector 1 Sim Racing. I am your host for this evening's festivities, Karen, aka Brent. And tonight, we're at the fearsome Trial Mountain Circuit for some absolute jam-packed, intense racing tonight. Looking forward to some very, very strong action from Cat 2 and Cat 4, Round 2 here at Trial Mountain. As you can see, the track layout here, an old school banger from Gran Turismo originally, with a couple of minor changes, of course, for Gran Turismo 7. You can see 15-minute qualifying, 15-minute race, soft compound tyres for this one. Soft's definitely been very, very good around here. Lasted quite a while, as we saw last week. And also just double checking with the points in terms of our first race tonight, which will be Category 4. As we click over here. And as you can see at the top, Rex, the only Mustang in the field. He took the chocolates last week. We'll level at one right behind him. Doesn't race for Deeds, Red Mist, of course, races for Deeds Racing. And Debrev Racing Cars Like Legends. That was your podium in last week's event. Of course, if you missed out, do not forget to jump back into the Sector 1 YouTube, have a look through the previous history of our races, and enjoy some of the action that we've got tonight. So, unfortunately, I'm going to be doing it solo in the box for Category 4, so everybody just keep the banter up, keep the chat going, keep it flowing, and yeah, good evening to everybody as well. We've got Shizer in the house, Dadson, Scotty, NZ, VF, of course, who's going to be racing tonight as well. The Stranger, we've got a fair few in tonight, this is great. So, we will get qualifying underway now, I believe, as we cut to our beautiful track tonight. And of course, guys, don't forget, if you wish to tune in on all the action so you never miss a beat, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and of course, if you've got anything else, join the Discord channel. We're a very, very good family of intense drivers, I'd like to say. So starting off, Malevolent One got his first podium last round over at St. Croix, the home of Deeds Racing, of course, from Deeds himself. Driving the magnificent Dodge Viper, a little bit not confident in terms of the front end, he's been saying all week. We'll see how he goes, as qualifying is now underway. Got Petey Pops. Petey, of course, coming out of the Strangers team, Doghouse Racing. New squad to the group tonight. Beautiful Aston Martin Vantage V8. Looks absolutely awesome, especially with that metallic blue coming all over it. We've got last week's winner, Rex, the only Mustang in all of Sector 1. And it was a bit of a surprise to see, actually, the Mustang get the win. Driving for Red Mist Racing, of course. Hello, Womble, if you're tuning in. We've got Keza for Ragged Edge Racing. He's also looking to bounce back after a lackluster result in his eyes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Can I say beautiful Aston Martin Vantage? We've got Debrev for Racing Cars Like Legends out of the LLCR conglomerate in the Mercedes SLS AMG for Gamesman, of course, as their primary sponsor. We've got Magnet, who's stepped into the Autobahn BMW M4 for Lucky's Lawn Care. He's looking for a very strong result. We know the history of the M4 around here as well. It is a very good car. And of course, we've got the man, the myth himself, Womble, who's had a bit of a dress change. Looks like he's got the new black IPA livery on for Green Beacon, and of course his own squad, Red Mist Racing. Very beautiful looking car, that indeed. So we will just jump on board with Malevolent One as we go into turn 1. It's very hard left-hander. The car gets very light and fluffy through the left-right chicane there, and Malevolent, can he hold it? No, he's got a penalty. He goes wide, and that's very, very easy to do. So we'll jump on board with Rex. Can he nail this? Takes the left-hander, and you can see how light the front gets over the top. Look at that. Just understeer central through there. Coming into the tunnel now, of course. Got to brake it a bit earlier than you'd think. Just hold the inside line and then jag it as you come out to the end of the first sector. Tightens up here on this right-hander. It's blind on the entry. Very, very easy to get this car wrong. Come through this left-right. Again, you've got to brake a little bit earlier. Make sure you hold the line. And then you can actually take quite a chunk of the inside here on this big left-hander onto the back straight. And you won't get a penalty, which is weird because GT is usually very, very harsh on those corner cut penalties. Enough time to adjust the seat belts, think about where you want to go, set up your line, and hold the foot flat. 6th gear, you're looking at about 280 kilometers an hour. Pull the car up as you come into another left-hander here. Being an OG track, they've only just finished the layout of the new parts of the track as well. It's all resurfaced, so we haven't actually had a chance to do new track names or walks. Coming over the hill, then you've got this right-hander here. You can actually pit it a bit earlier and take the apex on the exit. Coming down here, very easy to brake late, get oversteer. They've actually changed the exit so that they've got wall now instead of flooding into the lake. And this is the biggest change of all the track. Where the death chicane used to be is completely gone. You take a very, very tight line as you go left and then onto the old chicane of death. You used to roll cars there for fun. That's a full lap of Trial Mountain. See what time Rex can do here.
Hey guys. Did you pause the TV? Turn it off?
Malevolent one comes across the line. He's going to be well down. Rex takes the top spot though.
What's that, mate?
It's 1 minute 54.0. Kez is in P2. 55.1. What lap can Debrev set though? Comes across the line. He's been working hard so far. So he's done a 1 minute 54.3. GT doing GT things, of course. So it looks like a very, very good start to Rex. He's looking to back up that campaign. Kez has got a half a second penalty though. It's very, very strong to start to Kez's qualifying. We see Womble here. He's going to be the last one to come across. And he's had a lot of hardware dramas in terms of the PS5 coming across. It's been very, very difficult for him to actually cut laps. Just in terms of hardware failures. Brand new wheels, PS5, and it's just not been clicking for him so far. But it seems to have gotten on top of it. Looks like he's having no issues in terms of ECU stuttering or engine failures, which is great to see because Red Mist are doing very, very well. He's a bit oversteering on the exit there. He's going to come across the line. It's going to be a pretty decent time, this. Slots himself to third with a 1 minute 54.7. Very good lap indeed. Let's see if Rex is continuing on here, though. Pruski has said Womble smells in the chat. We'll leave that one to you. It's a bit of a traffic jam forming up here, though. Rex may have been balked out of his lap. He's got K-Doggy definitely holding him up. So we go to Malevolent One, who's going to cross the line now. It's his first true flying lap. Goes P5 with a 54.8. Petey Pops goes even quicker again, a 54.1. So it's only about 0.3 of a second. Oh, he's hit the wall hard on the inside, though. Extremely easy to do. We've got 9 minutes left in qualifying, so these guys will get another chance to reset, come in and pit, put a fresh set of tyres on, and go back out it again, but with less fuel this time. K-Doggy seems to just be trying to get used to the Jag at the moment. He's well up on his first sector split. Kez is the first of the Ragged Edge boys to set an indicative lap time as well. He's got a lot of time to make up though. A second across the top 7. That is a pretty strong start to the field. Very, very tight at the moment. Keep our eye on Debrev here. As we go through the breakers. This is the problem with Trial Mountain. You've got to brake a lot earlier than you anticipate because it is a very understeer heavy track here. You can wipe out the front tyres so easily, and the moment you do that, the moment you lose grip, it's completely gone. Looked very, very strong the last couple of seasons, this Debrev. Joining the RCLL LCCR conglomerate has definitely helped him improve. And RCLL definitely looking hot. Gamesman is the new sponsor. Sticking around for another season. As Rex pits. So 1 minute 54.0. We know that they're probably looking at a mid-53 to be at the top of the field here. As the crew go to work. It's going to be interesting to see how that Mustang actually fires up. Of course, being the only Mustang in all of Sector 1, big risk, especially with a lot of the teams picking Astons, Dodges, Corvettes, that sort of stuff. It's interesting to actually get an insight as to how the Mustang will go over the next season or two. Let's look at Womble. He's got a bucket load of damage. Either that or a bucket load of understeer. Smoking more than an oil refinery coming out of that exit. Looking very good indeed in the Black IPA Green Beacon Mobile, and a lot of attention goes into all of these liveries here in Sector 1. You can just tell, especially on the side of the detail of Womble's car, but not only that, looking at the stuff like Magnet's car, staying true to form, very resemblant of the old ZB Commodore driven by Craig Lowndes in his final season. And Magnet as well, he is one of those guys that on his day can step in and be almost unbeatable. See what sector he sets to start off his lap. It's going to be higher. Well, he's purple, and he's purple by quite a lot too. He's up by 3.5 tenths, but that understeer definitely won't help. Comes into the little tunnel. Takes a lot of curb. Is he going to hit the wall? No, he's barely got it together as he comes into the big tunnel. Jump on board. Definitely would have lost time with the understeer coming through the crisscross, and especially if he's hit the wall coming into the big tunnel. It's definitely one of those corners you've got to make sure you set yourself up, because you could lose half a tenth through here. He is really pushing this thing at the moment. Not purple, but still up. Oh, and it's more understeer. It's just protesting from the front end. Oh, just clobbers the wall. He'll definitely... Oh, he might back out of this. Yeah, I dare say with the way the car's acting, he's going to back out of that one. Look at this. Keza and Rex making contact in qualifying. That's a little bit questionable. Just take a look at the replay. Maybe not. Not for qualifying. Anyway, let's see what Rex is going to do. He's just obviously going to find his own little hole. There's definitely more time to find. Dobrev has definitely got more. He's gone to the top with a 53.6. He's got Malevolent one behind him. Mustang's definitely going to have its work cut out for it against the might of the SLS. Absolutely beautiful car. This, even though it's quite old now, it is a timeless looking thing. Got 4 minutes left in qualifying as well. Plenty of time for guys to set maybe 2 more laps. Get the tyres warmed up. Find the right lines. Debrev's still down, but it's more than enough to keep Rex at bay. You can see coming over the top of the hill there, the cars, a lot more pressure goes into those front tyres, so you have to pull up a little bit earlier than usual. As it's going to come across the line now, P4 at the moment. He's got just under a second. This won't be a quick lap. A little bit of GT7 doing GT7 things there. Tell you what, back on with Magnet at the moment, and he definitely looked a lot cleaner coming through the start of the final sector. Car definitely looks a lot more comfortable than what it was. And he's pitting. Ooh, this is bold. He's going to have to really make that outlap count. Malevolent one's got 1.2 seconds to find. P7, of course, in the 10th anniversary Deeds Dodge Viper. Best thing about these Dodge Vipers is the rear badge when you brake. It actually glows. Quite cool. It's up by 1/10.5 at the moment. Props to Womble at the moment though, P5. He'll be able to set 1, maybe 2 more laps, but it'll all depend on how long the tyres last. Looks like he's doing an outlap though at the moment. We're on board with Rex now, who's definitely got the hammer down. Feathers the throttle as he comes out in the corner there. And he's barely up on his last time, but not by much. Mustang definitely looks very solid and stable. Very well thought package. And it is a car that can have understeer tendencies, but it looks like they've really got on top of this with this beautiful Green Beacon livery. Of course, we've got the beer wars here in Sector 1. You've got Green Beacon, Deeds, and Bacchus. All 3 teams have a little bit of an inter-team rivalry. So what lap is Rex going to set? He's still going to find 0.4 of a second onto Brev. That's a lot of time, and he's going to get 1 more flying lap. Is he going to go to the top? No, 53.8, so he's definitely knocked a fair chunk out of it. Plenty more time to find. Malevolent One goes P2, straight behind him. 153.7. The confidence is starting to show. And who's that that's got a penalty? Debrev. That's qualifying done for Debrev. Half a second penalty. He's going to need to go absolutely bananas if he wants to extend that gap. So this is not over. PD Pops also has a penalty, so that'll be him done. Keza, has he got more time to find? He's looking very strong coming into the big tunnel. How you going there, NASCAR? Hope you're well, mate. I'll tell you what, this is on for young and old here. Anyone could get this. Except for Womble, who seems to have blown an engine. Magnet starts his final flyer, so he's got plenty of time. He'll be the last one to cross. I'll tell you what, he's really pushing watching the exit. We'll just go back to the first of our front runners here. K-Doggy. In the Sun God Jaguar. Of course, for Lucky's Lawn Care. All got different liveries this season. He'll be the first one to finish his lap. What can he do? It's going to be faster than his 56.3. Definitely will be. Respectable 55. 55.3. Malevolent One. Can he find that extra 10th? Rex goes back to the top though. 53.5. That is a stunning lap. A Malevolent One goes to the top again with a 53.3. That is quality. Wow. What a clutch. What can Womble do? It said he was a minute behind. He actually still is a minute. He's going to be 3 minutes. 3 minutes 2 will finish his lap. We'll go down to Magnet though. He'll be the last of the runners. How you going there, the Moth? Hope you're well, mate. Oh, Magnet is really pushing that rear end. It just does not want to complement the car. Where's he going to finish up, though? This is looking good. P7. And that'll be qualifying done. So, Malevolent One will take pole position by 0.2 of a second. Rex in P2. Debrev takes third. PD Pops P4. Keza in P5. Womble will be P6. K-Doggy, P7. But congratulations to Malevolent One. What a lap that was. 53.3. He'll be stoked with that. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be absolutely nuts to see where everybody finishes up. Looks like some of these guys might be continuing at the moment. As we get ready to start the race. So guys in chat, pick your driver of the days, get them ready. Any particular picks? as we get ready for the race start. And I'll tell you what, we're going to jump on board with the beautiful Sector 1 safety car, created by Lucas, aka Good Doctor, which will head the front of the queue. So guys in chat, what do we think of that? That was an absolutely crazy qualifying, I honestly believe. 3 or 4 drivers there in the last 2 minutes or so. Just absolutely throwing haymakers. Malevolent One, he came off a podium last round. He's going to want to go 2 better. Rex, of course, in P2. He's going to be looking to score back-to-back wins, solidify his championship claim to Brev. What answers has he got for the front 2? Can he make the tyres last? PD Pops for Doghouse. Absolutely gorgeous looking car that is. Doghouse, very, very underrated squad, working very hard behind the scenes. Chezza for Ragged Edge, what tips has he learned from the reigning champion of Sector 1, TX3? Womble, his team's had a great start to the season. A couple of big wins so far. You're looking to capitalise on that newfound momentum. Magnet in P8. He's starting 7th. Autobahn BMW has a point to prove. There's definitely pace to find. K-Doggy, he will be at the back of the grid, but don't rule him out because there will be carnage. There will be people making mistakes. It all comes down to 40 minutes. I'll tell you what, this is going to be a crazily good race. Might be a little bit of a condensed field, but it will be one to watch. This Malevolent One's going to take the lead of the field here. Field will tighten up. These guys will get ready to go racing. Board now with PD as we watch the start. These boys just lining themselves up, and we are underway. Malevolent One will steer to the lead. He's going to have Rex right behind him as they come into turn 1. What drama is going to unfold here? All very clean through turn 1. It's been a very, very good start. Magnet already looking to make moves. He's going to go past K-Doggy here into the corner of chicanes. That's what I'm going to nickname it. I'll tell you what, Malevolent One, he's going to have his work cut out for him because Rex is all over his rear end at the moment. Looks like that Mustang is very, very well sorted. And Womble, he's made his way to P3 at the moment. Great start from the leader of Red Miss Racing. This is Rex. Is he going to have a look at the Malevolent One? Oh, he thought about it. I think he's just... Oh, he's definitely looking to play a strategy game. Let Malevolent One use his fuel early. Interesting. Looks like the action a bit further down though is coming to a head. To Brev. Oh, he braked very early. Kez has had to check himself up. That could have been an almighty crash. Magnet runs a little bit wide. To come down to the chicane of death. I'll tell you what, they've been very, very well behaved early on. But this is a very long race. Malevolent one will take the lead of lap 2. We're going back to Keza, looking up the inside into Brev, into turn 1. This is a very brave move. Oh, a little bit of contact. Keza backs out of it. It's going to give Magnet a big sniff. It looks like they got away very, very cleanly. That could have ended in tears if Keza had a look through. Tell you what though, Petey Pops is not letting Womble go at the moment. He's definitely hanging around. Wait and see, of course, tyres and fuel-wise, what Womble does. The BMW, of course, can be very, very light on its feet, but if the setup doesn't play to your liking, it can absolutely destroy your race. And Rex and Malevolent One have definitely skipped away from Womble here. I'll tell you what, these two might just go hammer and tongs all races. Womble under pressure from Petey Pops at the moment. Petey's having a very big look. Look at the inside of the Aston Martin V8 Vantage. Very, very troubling situation now for Womble. Does he push and use more of the car? Does Petey Pops sit behind? Or does he try and make hay while the sun shines? There's a big dive from Petey and he's pulled it off! Can he hold it through the chicane of death? Yes, he can! What a move! That was an incredible move. We better get that on a replay. Just absolutely sent it. That was an incredible move. Womble's just going to have to make an argument about that. That was just a lick the stamp and send it moment from Petey Pops. And Debrev and Keza have caught up to this little battle pack. Very, very interesting situation now. Womble will be a little bit rattled by that move. That was just a Hail Mary, but it paid off. Came down to both drivers working together, and Debrev is also going to have a look now at Womble. Can't get too cute though. Look who's straight behind him, Keza. I'll tell you what, this could end in serious tears if these guys aren't careful. Oh, they're going to... No, surely not. Surely not. 3 wide down the back straight. Womble's going to get passed by both of them. That is insane. Absolutely insane racing. We're going to have to get a replay of that. That was just... As we've come to terms with technicalities on my end, blame the user. Womble's going to have another big look at Debrev though. I tell you what, there's a bit of biff and barge that's about to happen. These guys are playing for keeps down here. Womble and Debrev. Oh, Debrev's got the rear end sailing sideways at the moment. Kez is getting held up in all of this. It's bringing Magnet to them. Petey Pops, this is exactly what he needed. He needed to get away from this group. Kez is going to have a look up the inside of Debrev here. He thought about it before. Oh, that could have been close. Oh, a little bit of a love tap from Petey Pops. He's had an incident. Definitely gone a little bit wide. There's a little bit of contact as Debrev barges his way through. Womble's back up to P3. Kez is going to capitalise on that as well. Is Magnet going to have a look? Oh, he's thinking about it. He's setting himself up for the pass. Definitely is keen on that one. Oh, look at the front of the nose. He really wanted to, but he's lost out on the straight now. nice little battle pack here. Third, all the way to 8th. Mr. Brev's going to have a look at a big move on the inside. Gets it cleanly done, but Womble wants to argue about it. Side by side, surely not. Oh, DeBrev cuts across the nose. They're going to go too wide. There's contact. Can Womble hold it? Yes, he... Oh! I've lost all my marbles. That has not gone down well. Let's get a replay of that. And there was definite contact there. 2 into the hill does not work. And as you can see, it's sent DeBrev sideways. That really, really did not work well. And now DeBrev, P7, he's being battered and bruised. These guys are throwing haymakers left, right and centre. Giving the poor commentator a heart attack. But what it's done, it's brought Magnet up to P5 now. Oh, he may get a penalty though. He took an awful lot of curb. There we go. There's the invoice. Half a second. And DeBrev and Keza, they're going to pounce on this. But now that's brought Womble all the way up to P3, and he's got groove. So back up the front now, and while we've watched all that action unfold, because it was just absolutely intense, Rex has got past the Malevolent One. So it looks like Malevolent One maybe just playing the long game at the moment. He's chomping time out of Rex though on the back straight. Absolutely incredible to see these two. They're just pushing away at the moment. Womble P3 now is 1.8 seconds clear, 1.7, 1.9. Changing all the time. PD pops, P4 at the moment. DeBrev, he's up to P5, so he's burned that penalty, but something's definitely happened because Keza is well and truly behind. He's had a big moment somewhere. He's backed with K-Doggy. As you can see, a 2-minute point 6. That is interesting. So we get on with Magnet now. He's going to have to burn that penalty on the front straight. That is not good news because he was making hay while the sun shined. He's definitely going to lose time. And a short penalty on like that on the front straight. Tell you what, you'll be losing more than half a second. He's already lost nearly a second already. There's a second there. So it's a bit of a double whammy. So now the field is spread out a little bit. But back up the front though, it's definitely closed right up. The Malevolent One is only half a second behind now. Very, very interesting to see how these guys are on fuel and tyres at the moment, but we're going to keep you all in suspense for now. The Viper puts on the lights. The Malevolent One has definitely got good pace. You can see he's done a 1 minute 53.9 on his last lap. He's chomping time. Is he going to make a move up on Rex though? No, he's going to sit behind. Interesting, so he must be playing a little bit of chess here. Interesting, very interesting indeed. Womble himself has set his personal best. He's actually pulled out a bit of a gap to Petey Pops here. Brev's definitely closed that gap up on Petey Pops though. Look at that. Closed a truckload of time breaking into the big right-hander over the top of the hill, where all that contact happened only a couple of laps ago. Still plenty of time in this race for any form of carnage. Magnet has definitely been hurt by that penalty. 3.5 seconds now behind DeBrev, who's pushing relentlessly. The poor Kez has had another moment. He's done 2 minutes 7.5, so he's got a little bit of damage on the front end of that car at the moment. So back back up the front, and Rex just starting to extend that gap again, just over a second now. Be interesting to see what happens here in terms of pit stops, fuel and tyres. The Viper can use its fuel quite quickly. Mustang is a complete unknown. We have no idea what it can do. And I think that's a bit of a party piece for the rest of the field. The fact that the Mustang, it's a very unknown car. No one else drives it. So Malevolent One is completely blind. Petey Pops, the gap to Debrev. Under a second now. Plenty of time to make up. 11.6 seconds to the leaders. Tell you what though, that mid-pack battle, even though it's spread out a little bit, it'll come back later in the race. Go back with Keza here, who's got another half-second penalty. K-Dog is just straight behind him. There you can see the damage on the front right. So he's definitely hit something. I dare say he's hit the first sector. Looks like Rex has just started to extend that gap a little bit. So the Mustang looks like it might have very good grip. 1.3 seconds at the moment, the gap. 53.9 plays at 54.7, so there's 0.8 of a second right there that's lost. The Malevolent One has to find. That is a lot of time to find. He may just sit back and try and conserve the car. Womble's holding station at the moment. He's doing some very solid laps. P3 at the moment. Gap's only dropped by a 10th or 2 to Petey Bobs, who's got Debrev right all over him. As you can see, Debrev, he's definitely on point at the moment. Just put a little bit of a sponsorship there. Wonder what Petey Pops can do. Is he fried the tyres? Definitely try to get away a little bit early in the race. Debrev's going to have a big look for sure coming up this front straight. It's actually a back straight. He's going to have a big run here. He's got a good slipstream, a good toe. He's going to find 2/10. It's dropping. Is he going to pull a Hail Mary? No, he thinks better of it. Petey Pops though, he's got a little bit deep. He's going to give Debrev a big look coming over the hill. I don't think he's going to try it. No, he's thought better of it. As Petey Pops definitely goes very, very wide though, and he's hit the wall. That is a big moment. Catch that on board, but you saw it. So Petey Pops, he's just definitely cracked under pressure, braked late. The hill's just caught the front end out. It is a little bit unfortunate, but that's what that hill can do. If you brake too late, puts all the weight over the front axle, and you're straight on. But what that's done now is given Debrev a 3-second gap to chase the Womble, and he's got pace. Pace and especially time on his side. He's got 33 minutes to go. Check up the front now, and Malevolent One has dropped time. 54.5 last lap. Rex with a 54.5. Looks like the Viper's starting to struggle a little bit. Or is Rex just controlling the pace? Tyre and fuel check killer. I believe we may be able to do something like that with the powers that be. Let's have a look. Alright, so let's have a look at our fuel and tyres there. So as you can see, Rex, he's got about a third of a tank. He's definitely looked after those fronts very, very well, but they are more worn than the rears. You can see front right just copying a bit of punishment. Malevolent One's definitely got more fuel. He's under half a tank. The rears look absolutely beautiful. The front's probably about the same. So in terms of setting themselves up for the long haul, Malevolent One is in very good shape. Womble at the moment, third of a tank. Tyres got even wear. He's looking very good. He's actually got better tyres, front tyres, than top two. But he's got a lot of time to find. Against Debrev, who's definitely used that car. He's got more fuel. Tyres looking pretty good at the moment. PD Pops, he's definitely looked after the front end of that car a lot. But he's like Malevolent One, good on fuel. Just under half a tank there. Steve Magnet, P6. He's definitely got a little bit of wear on that front right. Even in the slow corners, it's taking a battering. K-Doggy, he's got past Keza. Just over a third of a tank. Tyres actually not too bad at all, especially the fronts. And Keza at the moment, he's got a little bit worse off on fuel, a little bit worse tyre life. So that's our fuel and tyre situation at the moment. So we go back up the front now. Check in with Rex. So as we know now, Malevolent One, definitely better on fuel. And he's not really letting Rex go here. And from what I remember from powers that be that do the FIAs, it was about 3% of fuel a second. That is going to make a massive difference in the pit stops, which we should see starting from about a lap 13. Still plenty of time in this race though. Malevolent One's definitely catching him though. In terms of fuel management, he's right up at the moment. And that's very ironic considering he's a Deeds boy. We pay for fuel in fun. And we pay for fun in fuel, that's how it works. So the gap from Womble to Debrev has slowly started to drop. 2.3 seconds now. 1 minute 55 to Womble's last lap. It's actually a very strong pace. Not many of the guys in the field took the M4. Of course, a feature car from a couple of seasons back. In the M4 and M6 championships, of course. If you do want to have a look at those, you're more than welcome to on our Sector 1 Sim Racing YouTube page. FaceTube, Ubook. PD Pops has got 3.8 seconds to find. It seems like he's definitely lost the gap a bit. Magnet's definitely had a big moment somewhere though. Oh, he's just struggled to hold the car. Front end did not want to borrow that. With K-Doggy and Keza at the moment, they're bringing up the rear of the field, but by no means is this a walk in the park for these guys. They're fighting for the TC4 championship, the Category 4 championship. These boys are not mucking about at all. Keza's had a bit of a struggle tonight so far. He looked very good at the start of the race, and since those big moments, just fallen by the wayside a little bit. K-Doggy's going to have a look. Gets it done easily. Is Magnet going to argue this though? No, look at that. So, K-Doggy definitely good. Magnet must be trying to fuel save a little bit. So, up to P6, he did start 8th. There is a lot of time to find. Back up the front now, and look at Debrev all over the back of Womble. So Womble's had a big moment somewhere. It's definitely going to be telling in the lap times. Yeah, look at that, 1 minute 57.4. So Debrev is right on his heels at the moment. Womble has looked after that car a bit better though. So it will come to fruition in the pit stops. I'll tell you what, Debrev's got the bit between his teeth now. He can get P3 after what happened earlier in the race. He's going to be rapt about that. all over the back of Womble. Lucky's long care conglomerate car, RCLL, versus Team Breakfast Racing, of course. And both squads, completely different personalities in their own right. Racing cars like legends, just get in, get it done. Breakfast, they do love a bit of show, love a bit of go as well. Womble at the moment, P3. He's going to have to do a long stint though to hold it. And Debrev is looking very, very racy. Been a strong race so far from Womble. It's been interesting to see just how up and down he's been all race, but he's definitely made up some good progress. So we should see some of our front runners come in pit now. Maybe within the next 2 to 3 laps, I'd say, some of them will come in. And I'll tell you what, Malevolent One. Oh, I reckon Rex is starting to suffer on fuel because Malevolent One's going to get past him here. You know, Rex definitely had a fuel disadvantage. Is this the time now for Malevolent One to get away from Rex? Has he played his cards right? Or will he start to pay for it later on in the race? As Womble pits. Red Mist Racing crew go to work. Fuel going into the cars right now. It's been a very, very strong opening stint from Womble. He's going to be very happy with that. What can he do in clean air? He's going to want to use the undercut to its advantage. So let's see where he comes out. P7 at the moment. So Magnets. Oh, Magnets had a penalty as well. So Magnets obviously pitted. Had to serve another penalty though. Won't be happy with that. Back up the front, Malevolent One. Hasn't really gotten away from Rex at the moment. Oh, a little bit of skipping starting to happen too. Is there possible ECU issues in the Deeds Viper? From this commentator's angle, hopefully not. And Rex is going to come in and pit. So, this is going to be interesting to see. What can Malevolent One do? Rex comes in with 4% of fuel in the tank. It's going to be an awfully long stop. Debrev pits as well. But he's trying to get around the undercut. Both of these guys had less fuel than Womble. That's brought PD Pops up to P2. Tell you what, the cloud's starting to set over a little bit at the moment. This may just help cool the track a little bit. Conserve the tyres a little bit more for this latest stint. Keza and K-Doggy, they're going to go around again. What Debrev and Rex need to do is to clear this group. But they also need to make sure that they don't get pinched by Womble. Interesting, Rex is out. Had a 10-second advantage on Womble. But this is the real gap. Debrev, you can hear, he's out. Is he gonna get it in the pits? So Debrev has got Womble. Brewer, how are you, mate? Hope you're well. I'm all over the place. Still recovering from the heart attack from the big crash earlier, of course. But Debrev seems to have recovered from. K-Doggy and Rex will have to pit, as will Keza. PD Pops. Malevolent One's going to come in now. He's got to. He's going to get bit by the undercut. But look at the fuel save. 14! That is going to save an enormous amount of time. That is race changing. That could be up to a 5-second difference on the field. Petey Pops goes around again. What are Keza and K-Doggy going to do? They've been joined at the hip for a little while, these two. K-Doggy's going to come in. Keza goes around again. But it's Rex we need to keep an eye on. The level at one's going to have a big fuel advantage on him. And he's going to know it too. I'll tell you what. This is going to be very, very close. So Malevolent One's gone out with 3/4 of a tank. And he's got a big gap to Rex as well. So we're just got to wait for the first sector to clear. Right, there we go. Look at the gap. 6.1 seconds. And that's massive. But Malevolent One may be a little bit lighter on fuel. Rex took 94%. Malevolent One took 76, I believe. So Debrev's 7 seconds behind now. So he's made up a couple of seconds as well from Rex. So Rex may have overfilled a little bit. Or have the Deeds boys got their fuel calculations wrong again. Evening Shane, hope you're well, mate. So Petey Pops, he can't stay out forever. He will have to come in. Judging by the sound of the throttle, he may come in this lap. He's got 19 seconds buffer over Malevolent One and Rex. It's definitely not going to be enough. What these guys need to be cautious of as well is the pit exit. 3-second penalty if you cut it. Petey Pop's crew feeling a bit blue. So Malevolent One, 5.9 seconds in the lead. If Rex has overfilled though, the car will be a little bit heavier on the rear end, but he will be able to push for much longer. Debrev has got 3-second gap to Womble, so Womble has definitely lost out in that regard. Kez has had a moment. He's definitely, he might be out of fuel. I reckon he might be out of fuel. We will double check, ladies and gentlemen. And he is definitely out of fuel. You can see the fuel indicator there. He is gone for all money. So that has completely killed his race. Oh no. Well, sometimes that happens, unfortunately. And I'll tell you what, he's welcome to have a contracted Deeds anytime with that. Speaking of Deeds, Malevolent One still in the front, but Rex is starting to close in. And he's making quite a bit of time at the moment, 5.4 seconds the gap. So it's dropped half a second in the last lap or so. Plenty of time to find. Debrev, he's definitely extended that gap. Petey Pops has come out in front of Womble as well. So that's worked out wonders for Petey Pops. P4 now, 3.7 seconds, fresh tyres. The Brev's lap tyres are about 4 laps old. He may just very well be able to push the whole way. Magnet back up to P6 now. It's got K-Doggy just behind him down the road, P7. Keza now 48 seconds behind. The fuel has definitely crippled him. When I say crippled, it's more or less knocked him clean out of the race, unfortunately, and he will be wanting to bounce back next round. So Malevolent One, 5.2 seconds, so the gap is dropping. Still skipping a little bit as well, so car at the moment is questionable. Can he make it home on the fuel and tyres he's got? Well, I'll tell you what, Rex is closing this gap up phenomenally quick. Look at that, 4.5 seconds, and it's not even been a lap from last time when we checked. And you can tell he's flying at the moment. Purple sectors. He's not mucking about. Petey Pops has had a moment somewhere here because the gap... Oh, no, maybe not. No, Debrev's had a big moment. Debrev in P5 now. That was a certain podium. So unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we have missed that. May have gone wide. We can't see any damage anywhere. There's a little bit of scuffle on the side of the car, so maybe into the first sector. He's had a bit of a hit on the wall. He's got all that work to do all over again to get to the podium. Time is on his side. Speaking of time on their side, Malevolent One might not have time on his side because the gap is still closing in. 4.3 seconds now to Rex. Is he using too much of that car too soon though? We saw the front tyres earlier. They were a little bit second-hand compared to the Viper. But the Viper is questionable on fuel. Oh, I tell you what, this is building up to a great climax. And this little trio for P3, this is well and truly on at the moment. Womble's not losing touch with Petey Pops here. And Debrev is catching back up, 2.8 seconds the gap. So this one's not over by any stretch of the imagination. Still plenty of time. Tell you what though, Petey Pops. Very, very strong. Looks like the gap out the front has stabilised a little bit. Malevolent One, 4.6. So the gap has increased a little bit. Pressure will be on Rex now to try and close that gap. He's got to use a lot of fuel, of course, which is in his advantage, but the tyres are not. So, are we starting to see some weaknesses in the Mustang's armour? It's very, very strong so far. So Debrev has slashed a second off that gap already. It's down to 1.8. And Womble is losing touch now with Petey Pop, so Womble is starting to fall back a little bit. Plenty of time in this race for something to happen though. As we've seen so far already, there has been a lot of action. Still 4.5 at the moment. See the distance back to Rex. So definitely not out of the picture just yet. Gap is starting to close, 4.3. 54.6 was the Malevolent One's last lap. 54.4 for Rex. He's wringing the neck out of that car at the moment. Fastest lap of the race at the moment, 53.6 for Malevolent One. Pretty close to his qualifying time as well. Tell you what though, there's still plenty of time. Still got 13 minutes left. It's been an incredible race so far. The gap to Petey Pops is definitely not salvageable. 16 seconds. Stands between Rex and Petey at the moment. And it looks like the battle between Womble and Debrev probably be about 2 laps away. 56.0 for Womble. 55.1 for Debrev on their last lap. The sun's starting to shine through the big redwoods. An absolutely incredible track here, Trial Mountain. Located in Northern America. It's an absolutely wondrous track. Of course, now they've put up the wall. There's rumours of Nessie behind the wall as well. Well, at least direct dating back to the Gran Turismo days. If you're lucky enough, you will see Nessie on a flying lap. And of course, the chicane of death. No longer a chicane of death, it's more a chicane of life. Very hard to roll the car nowadays compared to rolling in the Scudo Pikes Peak. Good Doctor has chimed in. Baby is finally asleep. Can we restart so I can join now? They're saying Good Doctor will be chopping at the bit as well. So we've gotten into the race tonight. We had a very strong result. So look at the gap now. 2.1 seconds. Level at 1 and Rex. 56.3 last lap from 11 at 1. Rex is chewing time. And look at that. It's within sighting distance now. That Mustang is pushing relentlessly. It'll be an incredible result for Rex if he gets another win tonight. Firming into championship favouritism. That Mustang has looked absolutely brilliant tonight. Hasn't put a foot wrong. Looks like it's handling the bumps and the hills very, very well. And Rex definitely has a handle on the car. Returnee from the old Supercars days. Look at that gap. It is closing. There's no doubt about it. 1.6, 1.7. Speaking of gaps closing, one more to Brev. It is well and truly on between these two now, half a second. What can Womble do? He's got Debrev all over him. Debrev may have a good look on the front straight here. Oh no. Compromised the exit a little bit. He's in the toe, but he's not going to be able to get a run. We get the crackle on the upshift from the BMW M4. What a car at the moment. He's just driving brilliantly, Womble. But he is about to be under more intense pressure. We check in with Debrev here. Look at how much he's closed that gap into the corner. Seems like Womble's just trying to conserve the tyre life a little bit. Look how tight it is between these two though. As they get to the little tunnel, they're going to go into the big tunnel. Debrev's got the nose up the inside of the M4 and he's right on him here. Womble tries to shake the toe. Oh, I tell you what, Debrev is definitely going to have a look at the... Oh, Womble's moved out of the way. Onto the back straight, Debrev breaks it in nice and early, gets it done. That is a textbook move. We'll get a replay of that one. And that was just absolute precision there from Debrev. Oh, and he's gone wide! Well and truly wide! What has happened there? So it's a little bit further on, but we'll stick on board. And he's just gone wide, yeah, he's just absolutely clobbed the wall there. You can see there's damage on that car on the front right. The wheel alignment was a little bit out. That definitely cracked windscreen. Front bumper damage. He will suffer a loss of error. Womble lives to fight another day. But look at the gap back up the front. 1.4 now. 1.3. So Rex is within striking distance. Evening, Kazi. Hope you're well, mate. The gap is 1.1. That's all that stands between Rex and the second victory of the season. And I tell you what, this will ring alarm bell through S1. A lot of people overlook the Mustang. And Rex has turned it into a very strong package. Oh, my level at one's still just a little bit trickly and glickly. And look at the pace that Rex is on at the moment. I don't think Malevolent One's going to have an answer for this sort of pace. It's under a second down the gap. So he's definitely used that fuel up. The tyres will be the interesting bit. But look at this. This gap is just closed right up between these two. It's also closed up again between Womble and Dobrev, so they're going to go for it for the 10,000th time this race. But we'll stick up with the battle up the front at the moment because Malevolent One has got it all to do. Took third position in the last race at St. Croix. A home podium for Deeds, but now he's got Rex all over his rear end, so instead of chasing, he's got to defend. I'll tell you what. This is going to be tight. There is next to no time left in this race. And that Mustang is more than in slipstream distance. And Rex is wringing every single bit of this Mustang's neck at the moment. Bringing out its Inner McIvy Diva. Look at that. Look at the amount of gap he closes up on Malevolent One. The line he's taking compared to Malevolent One is completely different as well. Interesting little perspective here. Malevolent One is taking a wider approach. Rex just keeping it tight and narrow. Uses more of the front tyre, of course, so that may play in over the next couple of laps. The Malevolent One's still skipping a little bit. Meanwhile, the battle with Dobrev and Womble still rages on. Petey Pops has these guys cleared by 6 seconds in a league of his own, but we're going to stick with this battle up the front. It is 7/10 of a second now between the two front runners. Malevolent One versus Rex 098. Deeds Racing versus Red Mist Racing. Two teams that have seen their fair share of wins around. What has Malevolent One got left? Is he able to use more of the tyre? Has he run low on fuel? As Keza gets out of the way. Great job, Keza. Great sportsmanship. I'll tell you what, Rex is definitely right with him. So there might be 2 laps to go. This one and the next one, maybe. So get on board with Malevolent One. We attempt to. There we go. And look at that. There's nothing in it at all at the moment. Oh, Rex is going to have a big look. He's having a big look. Malevolent One parks it on him. I'll tell you what, Rex won't like that at all. That'll rattle his cage a little bit. And this battle is well and truly on. Is Rex going to have a look up the inside? Oh, a little bit of a bump. Backs off though. Great racing between these two. Absolutely intense racing, but it's going to come to a point where Rex has to make the move stick. Meanwhile, checking it with Womble v Dobrev. Dobrev has gone a little bit wide, so that is Womble with the 2-second gap. That may just be his saving grace. We'll continue up with this front battle because this is where it's at. It is on for the victory. This may very well be the last lap too because the operator is an idiot and accidentally put the clock on wrong. Of course, GT7 runs with its own in-game clock, so we will find out. There we go, it's our final lap. So Malevolent One's got to hold on here. And Rex, he has to have a look on the straight. He just has to. He's going to have a big sniff here. Oh, and he's trying to break the toe early. Malevolent One, this is for the win. I'll tell you what, he's going to have a big run here. Womble crosses the line in P4. Deprev P5, but we're going to stick with this battle. Oh, Malevolent One, can he break hard? Oh, I tell you what, he's done it too. Rex is going to have another look. There's only 2 more chances left. Over the hill, can Rex plant the car? He's going to have to settle up for the final chicane of life. Oh no, he's going to put the nose up. I tell you what, this is the only chance he's got left. Is he going to have a look at the inside? Malevolent One covers. Rex is going to have to crisscross. Oh, you saw it was parked up. Malevolent One had to park it up, but Rex is just fallen a little bit short. Malevolent One's going to cross the line. Malevolent One will win the race from Rex 098. What a battle. PD Pops in a world of his own at the moment. P3, Womble P4, Deprev P5, Magnet in P6, K-Doggy in P7, Keza P8, but congratulations to Malevolent One. What an absolutely astonishing race that was. Wow. Hold your breath on that one, guys. I'll tell you what. Driver of the day is going to have to be, oh, I don't know, but that's going to be a tricky choice. That was an incredible race. Well, I'll tell you what, there was plenty of action in that one, and oh boy. So, guys in chat, Stranger, driver of the day, PD Pops. Killer, great race, Melee and Rex. Kazi, well done, Womble and Mel, bang a job. That was just absolutely phenomenal stuff. Driver of the day, Popper's first podium from Dadson. That was just one of the best battles we've seen in quite some time, that was. Absolutely insane stuff. Holy moly. And after that one, we're going to have to follow it up with TC2, aka Category 2. Incredible race, of course. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button as well, guys. If you do enjoy today's action, of course. That was just a phenomenal bit of racing all up. And I'll tell you what, as a team owner of Deeds Racing, that was absolutely astonishing stuff. So, anyway, we are going to cross over to the Cat 2 field, of course. And joining me in the box tonight is probably the only champion we've ever had at Deeds, unfortunately. We should have had more, but we were idiots. Captain Muffin, aka Aiden, how are you, mate?
I'm doing well, bud. Now, I've always said, mate, quality over quantity. You know, play, run.
Oh, God.
It's all good.
Quantity over quality or quality over quantity? Which one?
Yeah, no, well, I'm going to go for the latter. Anyways,
All right. So,
Good to be here, mate.
how are we looking in tonight's racing so far?
Well, after watching the race I was on just then, mate, it's going to be a tough one to top. Like that race there between the Deeds Dodge and the Ford Mustang, that was insane. But again, tonight the boys here, from what I can see, the field looks to be pretty close. I reckon should be on for a good one tonight.
Yeah, I think being part of this group in the past as well, I can tell you right now from experience, these guys play for keeps. They don't muck around. They are absolutely brutal. So.
Yep. Just gotta say as well, Kazi, hello, mate. How the bloody hell are you?
And yeah, Kazi, hope you're doing well, mate. I'll tell you what, that is just phenomenal stuff. As we're just about to get ready for qualifying for Cat 2.
Yep.
And
definitely.
Any shocks through the field at the moment? Anyone having a stronger run than usual, or the usual suspects? Who's up and about?
Yep. Well, from what I can see so far, the main three I can see sort of peeking out is Lenocis, Wacky, and Patstar. Seem to be showing good pace, but it's hard to tell whether or not that is accurate, because in the lobby here they could be doing qualifying runs, they could be doing race runs, but if any of those top three are doing race runs, send the time they're doing, they are in for a good night tonight.
Alrighty, I reckon we ready to get underway when you are, mate, for qualifying.
Right, I'll let the boys know. 10-minute qualifying, I believe it is.
15.
Correct me if I'm wrong. 15-minute qualifying, yep.
So,
I'll let them know it begins now. I'll get my timer ready. Better not forget that.
No worries. So we will switch over to the qualifying side of things now. And I tell you what, this is a star-studded field in terms of sheer quality. Leading the cab off the ranks, Evil Evo, the Doghouse Motorsport. He drove with the one and done squad last year, Lightning Motorsports. They were they one and done? No, I don't believe they were one and done. They had 2 seasons. So he's moved over across, and the guy's a seriously quick operator. Make no mistake about it. He could be Group A pace.
Couldn't agree with you more there. He's been showing some good form in the past here in Sector 1. Looking forward to see what he produces tonight.
Got bump track in the locked up Motorsports Corvette. Former Ragged Edge racing driver. Got the promotion this year after a couple of seasons in the Super 2s, Category 2s. Back in the old days as we called it.
Ah, the good old days. Definitely. Oh, no, but he's looking pretty good tonight. I think he's a nice, consistent driver. That Corvette there, it's got some straight line performance. So if he can just maintain his composure through the corners, he'll be in a good show tonight down the straights.
P3, Stickers, and I tell you what a return. He didn't have a drive at the end of the season. He decided to just hang up the boots a little bit, focus on the designing of the cars, and since then he's stepped back into the car, and not only that, he's doing a little bit more behind the scenes as well than he did in the past, and he's really done a fantastic job so far in the Datsun Racing Aston. And I'll tell you what, Datsun Racing right now are a squad to watch.
I certainly agree with them, mate. They are on form at the moment, and Stickers as well. He's one of those drivers you never really count out. It doesn't matter what you see him do on practice during the week or before the race begins. During the race, it's like he's got a second level he just switches onto and just goes for it. I'm sure you and I have raced with him in the past where he's been just absolutely phenomenal, whooping us up and down like it's nothing.
And he's also the rising star of Sector 1 last season too, because he made it into Group A within 2 seasons of being in the Cat 2 guys, so his pace has changed dramatically. We'll keep an eye on our next guy, D-Flow. Of course, everyone knows the romance between D-Flow and we'll not go there, but team owner of Racing Cars Like Legends in the SLS missed the last round due to commitments at the Gold Coast 500 for the V8 Supercars, but he's back tonight. And this is a guy, make no mistake, is Cat 1 pace.
I couldn't agree with you more there. As we've seen in the past, like for a prime example, look back to Season 2 and the Ferraris, he was absolutely phenomenal. Giving it to guys that have been in Cat 1 for ages after just winning the M3 Championship. He is a red-hot weapon.
Let's not talk about the M3 Championship. I'm still pretty cut about that.
I'm not, mate.
Cruising P5. He's also for Racing Cars Like Legends. Of course, got a new livery on. A little bit more orange absolutely gorgeous looking Viper that. And Cruisen's been doing a hell of a lot of miles at the moment in that Viper. He's getting very, very comfortable in that car.
I couldn't agree with you more. He's a very consistent driver, Cruisen is. He likes to just sort of feel races out before he tries to go for his moves. It's a very patient driver, I'd argue he is. He might not be strong at the start, but towards the end he will come alive and he will put on a show.
Got Pat Star P6 at the moment, so I don't know too much about Pat Star. He's a Doghouse Motorsports driver at the moment. And I do know, though, in the Community Series, he had a couple of races that was very quick off the bat.
Certainly did there. And from what I can see in the practice tonight so far, he is going to have some red hot form. Those Doghouse cars are hooked up really well, definitely. You see Evil and Pat Star both looking to stamp the authority on this Division 2 grid.
Another guy to watch, Lenocis, of course. For Obsession Motorsports, he's got the SLS AMG as well. Very looking car, that.
Oh, definitely. It's like the pink, white and black colour scheme. As he sets the fastest lap currently, like 51.7 in that Mercedes,
God.
Mate. That is insane.
Grab the sick bags. Grab the sick bags.
But as you see there, P2 by 1/1000th of a second, Captain Snooze. My lord, bumcrack. He has not got bumcrack. That is Old Wakey. Sorry, my apologies.
I'll tell you what, Old Wakey, this guy can move. He was pushing Cat 1 pace a couple of seasons ago, and he's had a few Cat 1 races. He's held his own in that group. 1/1000th, and then looking behind in the locked up Aston, you've got young Wakey, who is also, oh my, he's just blown everybody away the last round.
He's the young gun. He's full of fuel. He's the rising talent of S1, you can call it. He's a very fast young fellow, and I'm honestly quite jealous of it. But he's going to be one to watch tonight. If he gets some clear air, I reckon he'll put in some good laps, and he will be towards the front in no time if he's not there already.
We'll go down to Race Fan, of course, from the CP conglomerate. I know you guys have been doing a lot of miles, not just here, but all over the place as well. Me personally, congratulations on the big win in the St. Croix 1500.
Thank you very much, mate. I'm still got second thoughts. Like, no, that didn't happen. That did not happen. Still in utter disbelief. That's probably the best words I can use to describe it. That race there, was not a shot for winning all day until the last 10 laps, but that's only lap left to leave the last one, and I done just that.
Tell you what though, Race Fan, we saw in the Nissan Silvia especially the car that he was really home to. He was brutally quick, so he's one to keep an eye on, along with for Ascension Racing Felix.
The Ascension Racing crew, they are one of the most well-built squads on the grid. With you got Distinct Andrew and Noodles leading the charge in Cat 1, or Div 1 I should say. Like, they're going to have a lot of resources piled into this team. They are one to watch throughout the whole season. They may not win races or anything like that, but my God, they'll be up the front getting consistent results day in, day out.
I'll tell you what though, with the professionalism of Noodles and the sheer speed and might of Distinct Andrew, these guys, I'll tell you what, they're going to be brutally fast all season. And just see who else is down the field. No, that's everybody. So at the moment, Lenocis at the top of the field, 1 minute 57.7.
Certainly, yeah. I think, actually, from what I can see here, Lucky's at the exact same time at 1:51.768.
Whoa, how do you do that? There's nothing in that.
And he's still got, once again, Captain Snooze 1/1000th behind. That is 3 cars separated by a time quicker than what I can blink with. That is phenomenal.
That's a bees you know what right there. And even then, you got Evil Evo P4 at the moment. He's coming in for a new fresh set of tyres with the Ninja Turtles serving him.
Oh yeah, so missing the traditional headbands because they are unfortunately not safe enough for the pit lane. But I'm sure if you ask them nicely, they'll tell you which ones they are.
May as well name all the cars. We can call this one Michelangelo or whoever the Green Ninja Turtle is.
They're all green apparently.
I tell you what, Stickers at the moment, P7. It's on an out lap. We know the pace he's capable of, and we know he's able to chuck in the miles when he needs to. 7th bit low for him at the moment.
It certainly is, but he's got a nice bacon over there, 152.3. So what's that put him about, what, 6-7 tenths off the off P1? That is not a bad place to be right now. A nice just banker. He must have just done one and done, just hot lapping. He was just come out of the pits and just done that lap, as you've seen. So you're going to try just more or less just do shootout laps. And right now he's 3 tenths up, so that P7 won't be like that for long.
Yeah, and I believe he's going to be in serious podium contention tonight. The guy's quick. He's a brutally fast operator now. And
yeah, just looking backwards here, Cruising unfortunately had an off just going up towards the first tunnel, you could call it, just out of the turn 1-2 chicane, and he's just lost it again, unfortunately. Not his night so far, but there was races. You know, it's currently P8. Doesn't matter where you start; it's about where you finish.
Yeah, still plenty of time. Still got 5.5, just under 6 minutes actually. Plenty of time.
6 minutes pretty well. Yep.
So looking at the gaps at the moment, D-Flow's starting P11. So, and he's set at 52.9. I know he hasn't cut too many laps. Tried to get a word in from him today, but all we got was Morse code.
Good old D-Flow, never change.
But that's 1.2 seconds across the entire field as well.
That is definitely close, and you've got all different makes manufacturers, all different tune setups across them. To be separated by such a small amount it's what you want to see in racing.
On board with Lenocis at the moment. Not sure if he's on an out. I don't believe he's on an out lap at the moment. He's coming up to the chicane of life, as we've decided to call it.
Start using that name.
He's skipping quite a bit too, actually, so he might have a bit of a weird ECU issue at the moment. This is going to be tight. This is going to be a quick time. Look at that, 51.4.
Oh my, wow.
Jesus, that is stonkingly fast.
Luscious Lenocis are coming out with the goods. So once again, mate, he wants that pole position. He wants it bad. What has young Wakey and old Wakey got to do in response to that?
Tell you what, Stickers has decided he wants to get a bit involved in this now. P4, and he's only 3 tenths down.
He's in the ball game. 51.8 plays 51.4. That's pretty close.
Evil Evo's just setting a purple sector at the moment.
Oh, race van to P2.
Oh, what a lap!
52.1. Oh, no, sorry. Hang on, my time mod is playing out. 51.6. That's better. My lord.
That is quick, but we're going to stick with Evil Evo here because he is well and truly purple. It is close. Aston Martin's been a brilliant package all season long.
Yep. On top of that as well, P7 beneath him, Pat Star also appears to be purple. So this could be the hot lapping time. This could be when the big numbers come out.
Yeah, everyone's getting their Harry hot laps in. That's takes.
What I was looking for.
So it's that final sector. He's definitely losing time in it.
Yeah, just can't get that last little bit right after the big long back straight. But 51.8 puts him P6. That's not bad at all.
51.602 from Race Fan. That is seriously good stuff.
Definitely is. Just looking back here, Pat Star in P7. He's lost time in that second sector, but he's pretty well matched his best, so he could be on for an improvement here.
Just comes down the front straight now. He's definitely going to be quick lap. Oh, that is consistency. 52.2.
If nothing is consistent.
Tell you what, Bumcrack might not be too pleased with being P10 at the moment.
Certainly, maybe it's just his he might have tuned that car to be a better race package. So he might just be doing laps now, just getting a time on the board, see if I can get up in the race car he's got underneath him, will just propel him forward.
Yeah, P10 at the moment. D-Flow, he's about to start his flying lap. He's about to finish one actually. Oh no, this is the out lap.
Yeah,
so
starting the lap now. And we've also got nearly 2.5 minutes remaining, approximately. Bit less than, actually about 2 minutes, sorry.
Lenocis clips the wall. He's definitely pushing right now, and he's got Stickers right behind him. Stickers might give him a massive tow here. Freelic's up to P3.
Oh, I did not see that one. Wow, there's a 51.6 as well. God,
Solid
the top
lap.
4 are separated by just 2.5 tenths. Well, top 5 really.
We're down to our final 2 minutes at the moment. Plenty of time left. But who's going to cope with the pressure?
Just going through the field here, seeing who's about to clear lap, and the next one I found here would be Stickers, who's coming down to the penultimate set of corners with a Merc in front of him. I can't tell who it was, must have been D-Flow or Lenocis. Well, Lenocis just come to the pits, so
Wow,
it would have been him.
that's Lenocis done, I reckon. He's not going to get another lap.
Yeah, that'll definitely be him done. He will not be able to make a round in time to start another lap. But looking on board now with Stickers, coming down the front straight. Let's see what he can produce for us.
He's got Wakey right behind him, and I'm pretty sure Wakey's on a lap.
Yeah, unfortunately 204, that lap was not much to write home about.
Oh, he goes up one spot.
P3 now, well done to him.
I think
He's parking it up, he's done.
Tell you what,
I'm sure most drivers will start to do at this point. Most of them will be at their optimum conditions with no opportunity left to get better tyres, or fresh tyres I should say, so most of them will start to call it here. Wouldn't be surprised.
yeah, I dare say there might be 1 or 2 guys that might just push. But race fan doesn't improve. It's half a second down. Got 20 seconds in our quali. Left to go. Old Wakey's still able to set a lap. Let's see who the first guy is. It's going to be Evil Evo will be the first one to cross the line. And that is qualifying at the moment. Evil Evo.
I believe that is about qualifying there.
Can he
Check the
improve?
flag.
I don't think he can. 52.8, yeah. Well, it's really down.
Look at that.
Bum crack
But
at the
still
moment.
got coming down the front straight.
Goes P7.
P7 improved by nearly 3 tenths. Nice lap there.
Pat Star's done. He's off.
Stickers looks to be the last one, I think, to do his lap. And he's purple.
Yeah, and he got held up actually by that whole Pat Star incident too. Because he was smack bang behind Pat Star when it happened.
This could be a stonking lap here if he sets it up.
How you going, Ghost? Hope you well, mate. Well done on the 6 hour today.
Yeah, well, Killer, Ghost,
Oh.
Police, good afternoon. Ooh. Unfortunately, it
P6.
just matches his lap. P6. Oh, P6.
Got old Wakey.
51.8.
Old Wakey at the moment. What's he got left? Who's he got behind him? He's got something dirty and big behind him. Let's not go there.
No comment. No improvement from old Wakey, unfortunately. Lenocis, no improvement from him either, I can see.
Pat Star's done. Cruisin's got a Cruisin's got a cross. No, Cruisin's done.
So I think there's only 3 more cars currently still on laps, and that would be D-Flow, or D-Flow's called it, Young Wakey and Race Fan appear to be the only ones left that I can tell.
Oh, Race Fan
Race Fan's cool.
he just took an absolute chunk of that lap. But Wakey's still able to do it. No, he'd be done as well.
His lap is over. Right then, that'll be qualifying over. We'll let the boys know the race is beginning.
Yep.
And we'll get this show on the road.
Pole to Lenocis though, with a 1 minute 51.4, and he did that quite soon. He definitely set that very early on in the quali. Race Fan P2, and you got Wakey in P3, so the Astons are right up there. Frelix in P4, Old Wakey, the Corvette in P5, Stickers in P6, Bum Crackles finish P7. Evil Evo P8, and that's a surprise for mine.
Definitely, Blue. That's you think he would go a bit faster, but once again, like, it's not about where you start, it's about where you finish. He might have a car that's better set up for the race, and he might just come out swinging once the green flag drops and the 50-minute enduro begins.
I'll tell you what, there's only a second between the top 11 as well as D-Flow P11.
He's fantastic to hear. Love to see them when the field is that close, but I'll let the boys know this race is underway. I'll get ready to get in the safety car and start this bad boy off.
So, guys in chat, who do you think's going to win this one? Because we saw last race, we saw an absolute titanic battle between Malevolent One, and we saw Rex throw hammer and tongs at each other, or as I like to call it, hammer tools. But this race for Spicy Little Hot Pocket, these guys will fight for the last skittle in the bag if they get half a sniff. Just waiting at the moment for the safety car driven by the Muffin Man as he goes up to the front at the moment.
Yes, no, the only race I'm leading this whole season.
Oh, mate, I know how you feel, so...
It's all good. I'll let the field catch up to me a bit. Moving along at a steady 130, 140 k's an hour. Just backing off through the corners because although these cars behind me have got, like, you know, decent amount of grip and sort of racing suspension, this car does not, but it does have an aircon, so I've got them there.
Yeah, and at the moment over in America, it is quite balmy. Of course, we've got the giant redwoods around us, so pollen's been a big problem, hence why I sound pretty nasally and whiny at the moment.
That's alright, mate. I'm battling a sore throat as we speak, but thankfully I've been good enough to keep the coughing to a minimum since the racing has commenced, or qualifying, I should say.
How you going there, Brocky? Hope you're well. Donnie said
Yeah,
Lenocis versus Race Fan will be 1-1. I agree, actually. Lenocis got pole, but I tell you what, Race Fan, he is a very fast operator and a former M3 champion, I believe.
He won the Cat 2 back in the Group 4 days. Oh, okay. And the Captain Series just passed the safety car.
So
race at 2, okay. Not sure what he's on about here, but no worries. I'll get you to jump behind me again, thanks, mate.
yeah, he's obviously jumped the gun. Oh,
okay.
No, I know what he's on about. The race laps.
Oh,
No,
well,
that's all good. That's all good. We will red flag that one.
We certainly will, and I'll get this set up properly.
Anyway, I'll just quickly shift it across the screens as we look at Trial Mountain in its all its beauty and splendour. You're not the first to do that, Muffin, and you're sure as hell not the last.
Yep. Now, apologies, ladies and gentlemen at home, but I just wanted to take some more time to talk to you and let Karen use his commentating ways to sort of seduce you.
The only thing I'm seducing is a beer.
Yeah, I did notice I was looking to the com box. There's a few empty deeds cans, mate. You need a little bit of race fuel, do you?
No, I'm just trying some new stuff. Also got a couple of packets and 3 and stuff as well. But big favourite at the moment would have to be the
Alright, I've got a feel on your microphone there, Karen, might have a little issue there. You seem to have, at least on my end, gone very quiet.
Yeah,
sure.
that's my fault. That's my fault.
Okay, no worries then. Play, the first step is a minute, mate.
So, that's all good. So, we just have to grab the track list, the track order, and everybody can organise themselves into position, and we'll get that all sorted. Won't be too far away.
Thankfully, we have the safety car lap, so everyone will have the opportunity to sort of set themselves up. And I think also as well, this will do one thing, is that I think it should put me at the front of the field, so I won't have to worry about sort of letting me filter through. I should be able to just get going straight away. But I'll make sure that everyone here is entered in, and everyone is, so we will take two this race and get going.
So guys, just make sure as well, if you enjoy what you see tonight, make sure you slap the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bells, of course. Don't miss a second of the action. And also, if you click the description, you'll find our Discord link. Come in, say good day. Welcome. Have a cup of tea.
Definitely. Well, I think if you come to the second one on Discord, mate, be prepared to drink a lot of fancy craft beers, because I think half the teams are sponsored by them. So that's like the drink of choice here. Oh, that or water. Take a pick.
Yeah, I reckon, honestly, I I reckon I would love a very strong race tonight. It's going to be
Very strong race.
I get the feeling we are going to see some absolutely incredible driving tonight, and don't get me wrong, there is going to be chaos and carnage. There always is here in Sector 1, but we pride ourselves on sportsmanship as we jump back onto the track. Clock is underway, of course, because Gran Turismo doing Gran Turismo things.
Sorry for jumping on there a bit for you, Karen. I still want to play around, you know, not here to have sexual intercourse with arachnids.
Oh, dear God. Drewy, it's the weather, mate, and it's the flooding. So, also personally, hope everyone's well caught up in it. It has been a bit of a rough time here in good old Victoria.
Certainly, yeah, and especially as well, like I think northern Victoria, I think has been copping a bit of it, and also as well, sort of like northern New South Wales, also like a little bit of inland as well.
Yeah, we've copped it up here. We've copped it in northern Vic. I'll tell you right now, there's a levee about 100 metres, less than 100 metres from my house. It's got floodwater behind it, so. Sounds
like to me, mate, you just got a new pool you can go swimming in, mate. So no use complaining, mate. I'll just get your swimmers on, get your floaties, and go for a little dip.
Tell you what, look at this grid though. Getting back on track, it is an impressive looking field. There is so many different teams, so many different drivers of different skills, different calibers, different aggressions is probably the best word as well, because these boys in Group 2 play for keeps. They do not mess about.
Very much all these boys here, I reckon, have the potential and the quality to fight in the Division 1 grid. Without a doubt, these are all quality drivers. I rate them very highly. They could all, on their day, be fighting for a top 5 maybe in the podium, even a win even, in Division 1.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And not only that, we've had a few of these guys in the top tier group before and really excel as they form up 2 by 2. This guy's doing a very strong job of it, by the way.
Yep, I'll pull to the side here, let these guys go. Everything looks to be alright from what I can see.
So, look at that field. 12 very, very angry cars at the moment. So Lenocis will lead them away. And he set an absolutely blinding lap as well, a 1 minute 51.4. That is enough to put your mid-pack in Group A.
Certainly is, mate. Let's just hope that his race here, he can sort of maintain that pace. If he can do that consistently, he will be in for a pretty cruisy night. As we go here at Trial Mountain.
Oh, this place is just, it is a trial in itself. It's a trial of torture and carnage. As we see, oh, look at that. Oh, Lenocis just got the rear end a little bit wide. Race band is going to have a big look. Young Wakey's right there for Felix. Look at the Aston Battle Pack.
My God, these guys are not playing around on lap 1. They are playing for keeps.
And Lenocis has started to gap them a little bit. Even look at the Battle Pack just forming below.
Yeah, it's all kicking on back here. I'm looking at the back of the grid, and they're all just going nose to front and tail, nose to tail. That's what I'm looking at. I'll get my words out eventually. Oh, there's been a tap from behind. Someone spun. Oh, someone has spun.
Oh, Pat Star. Pat Star, he's back in it. I think he's got damage, but he hasn't dropped that far. D-Flow's back up to P8.
Yeah, I got a feeling that Cruiser might be involved in that some way as well. He's sort of backed off, as well as Bumcrack here, who was towards like some mid-pack there, now on P10.
I'll tell you what, speaking of little packs, the Battle Pack for second is an absolute hot rocket. Oh, there's a big tap from Raceband and Wakey. Raceband's in the wall! But he's recovered straight away. That bump was so lucky. We'll get a quick replay of that one. Wow, that was just, as you can see, it was just argy-bargy the whole way. Wakey gave him a love tap but had no control, served him straight to the wall and kept on going.
Thankfully though, everything's alright now. A little tap, but got back on track, we race on. And the race fan is still in there, still within touching distance of that old Wakey Corvette. So we're already starting to pull away now from Evil 9, or Evil Evo I should say.
back up
Now
the front. Lenocis, 1.7 seconds already. That is a statement.
He is not playing around, that kid. He is... Well, he's got no plans of sticking around. He just wants to go out there, lead from the front, play his strategy wherever he wants to. He can adapt on the fly. He's going for gold, that kid.
Now, I'll tell you what, young Wakey and Felix have definitely made ground up on this battle pack that's been fighting like absolute crazy since the very first corner.
Yeah, no. Pack the P2 now. Young Wakey, Felix, Old Wakey, Race Fan, Evil Evo on the back of that. That is, what, a 5-car battle for P2? That is what I love to see.
And I'll tell you what, don't rule out Stickers and D-Flow and Patstar here, because they're only within touching distance. They're not even a second behind these guys.
Oh, definitely. They're going to be working together, I imagine, try and catch up with this pack here. I'd probably say Evil now is like the one who's in the most sort of no man's land. Currently, what? More second each way. He's running his own race, or it doesn't look like it, but he's got no threat from behind. He's got no sort of stream from in front. He's going to be dropping just nice consistent laps now, trying to see if he can get to the back of Race Fan P5 and try and let him pull him along back to the front of the grid.
I tell you what, there's a big battle forming though between young Wakey and Felix. Wakey got very, very understeery. Gave Felix a look as he goes up the inside.
Oh, up the inside, what a move. But the switchback is on here. Young Wakey with the apex at the second part of the chicane. Now they're going side by side down the main straight. Who's going to give him first?
He's got Old Wakey straight behind him as well. This could be a slingshot, shake and bake style move right now. 2 into turn 1 does not work, let alone 3, boys.
I think young Wakey's going to try and hold it.
Oh,
he's down the
great.
marbles there. Couldn't do it, unfortunately. But now, Old Wakey, the old man, has gotten past him. Ooh, that's going to really stir the pot at home. And someone was sliding in the background there, I heard, but it's okay.
Yeah, Sticker talking about stirring the pots. I tell you what, race fans, he's just not worrying about the pot. He's throwing the whole kitchen sink at these guys. Felix is checked out.
He's got a 0.5 second penalty though. He's cut the track somewhere.
Ooh, that could have been the chicane at turn 1. So he's going to come back to these guys.
I'd even argue where they are placed now. That 0.5 second of that main straight, that really morphs into 1.5, 2 seconds. So he's going to be like probably at the back of this little train here by the time this is all said and done.
I tell you what though, what this has done to Lenocis is just absolutely gapped the field. 3.2 seconds already.
He must have been trained for this. Just get pole, pull away, have a cup of tea on the way past, say go to the pit crew, sign a few autographs and win the race. That is what he's trained for, I reckon. That's what he's doing right now.
I'll tell you what though, it's going to be on between young and old, literally. Old Wakey and young Wakey fighting for P3 at the moment. Young Wakey is not messing about. He's up the inside of his old man.
Oh, but Old Wakey with that Corvette superior straight line speed able to hold him out. And Freaks now about to settle that penalty. Let's see how many positions he loses from it.
Yeah, he's going to have to burn it on the front straight here.
Oh, and you've done a little drift as well coming out below last chicane. A little bit of car control. There you go, guys. Let's see, loses 1, possibly 2. Actually, he might go away with just the 1 position there, but young Wakey's still sticking the nose up and he's going for it. Oh, what a move there from the kid.
I'll tell you what, that could have been a lot worse for Felix, because you saw in the last race it was banged that burned a half-second penalty, and it was more like a double whammy. And who's that going up the inside? Race Fan goes up the inside. Evil Evo's had a big look as well. There's a little bit of bumping and grinding here between Felix and Evil Evo, and Stickers is now in this battle.
Stickers up the inside of Evil Evo. He wants a piece of the action.
Well, I don't think he wants a piece of the action. I think he wants the whole cake. That's for sure.
Definitely.
And this battle
is done is now D-Flow and Patstar now back in the mix, cruising 2 seconds off. He's still there, and Bumcrack as well. Another 1.5 seconds behind that. They're not out of this yet. These guys keep fighting where they are. They'll get pulled right back into it.
Yeah, the only person that looks to have actually skipped away front or behind at the moment is Lenocis. As Felix and Evil Evo do battle down the back straight. I'll tell you right now, this boy is quick, Evil Evo. He's not going to be afraid to battle you if you need to. Oh, Felix, just a little bit of oversteer. Look at that front right squealing and just protesting in pain.
Yeah, going too wide up here. That's not going to work, boys. Oh, who's going to give in?
Oh, there's contact! Oh, that's a little bit of a... There's a redress, though. Felix redressed that, but he's going to suffer even more at the moment. Stickers gets by.
And Default wants a piece of the action as well. He's sticking the nose up there, but can't make the move stick right now.
I'll tell you what, Felix is getting boxed around a little bit here. It's not Anderson Silva versus Jake Paul. This is a full-blown Ben Askren versus Jorge Masvidal knockout at the moment.
And Felix now, that penalty. Ooh, that penalty must just unsettled him. Oh, sure, he lost only one position on track, but just that momentum killer, it does more for your sort of your psyche more rather than you might think. And you'll try and settle yourself back down, just sort of get back into your rhythm where you were prior to the penalty. Let's try and filter your way through once again. And Felix, he's got the pace to do so. Let's see if he can.
This is going to be a little spicy battle. D-Flow versus Stickers. Two guys, both underrated as all buggery, and they will throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at each other for one spot.
These guys have been going hard at each other for years now, dating back to 2019-2020, back when Sector 1 first began, I believe. And Default there with the window wipers on, possibly as like a distraction technique. Try and get Stickers in this rainy, he might be ducking for a set of wets, but don't think it's working so far, unfortunately.
Checking in on the podium battle at the moment, young and old Wakey, P2, P3, and they've got Race Fan just behind them. They have actually benefited quite well out of this whole Felix battle.
Yeah. Speaking of Felix as well, he's just unfortunately not been able to get back to where he was. Cruising just past him, and now he's down P10.
Yeah, I dare say that penalty has more than rattled him. I think he's, yeah, it's very, very easy under the helmet to get very frustrated, especially when, you know, penalties happen and you're in a really good zone. Just got to put your head down, focus on what's in front of you, and try not to finish a lap down. That's the hardest bit of all.
We're still only 10 minutes into this race. There's still a lot of time to go. Still got pit stop strategies to play out. There is a lot that can happen here, so I reckon there's a lot more still to be said. Felix, I wouldn't be surprised at this point if he's seen red and just starts to attack everything he can, trying to make positions back, but it only works for so long before until you see too much red and just end up in the wall. Know that from experience.
Lenocis at the moment. So he's setting 52s. He's got the fastest lap of the race on lap 5, 1 minute 52.2.
And just looking around at the rest of the field as well, Captain Smooth, or Old Wake I should say, his best lap 52.3, so the pace is about even. Same as Young Wakey, another 52.3, and a 52.5 from Raceman and P4. So the pace is pretty even, from what I can tell.
Yeah, but the worry for the Corvette is compared to the Aston. The Aston's brakes aren't as good as the Corvette, but the Corvette does lunge its front tyres a little bit more.
Do indeed, and from what I've seen as well, the Corvette doesn't like to sip on its fuel as much. It likes to take shots of that thing.
Yeah, it has tequila for fun. It doesn't muck about, trust me on that one. So Raceman P4 at the moment, he could just sit behind these guys and he could just save fuel, he could play the strategy game.
We've got a pass down the back here, Pat Stark on the inside of D-Flow. Oh, but D-Flow wants to try and fight this one, but unfortunately can't do it today.
Pat Stark's doing a great job here, P7, he was up in P9, look at that, he's already purple as well. Gee whiz.
He's not thinking about saving fuel or tyres, he's thinking of making it to the front of the field as soon as possible. He's going to be one to watch come through the field.
He's probably got purple paint after that corner though, because you see a purple sector fly up, and then you think to yourself, oh, I'm doing good, and next minute you're in the wall.
Oh, that you somehow they let me down by 2 tenths, and you've got to try and question yourself for the next 2 laps, where to lose that time. And you're starting your track. Oh, but he's made contact with Stickers there, I think. Ooh, a little love tap, but he's redressed it. It's okay. Carry on.
I'll tell you what, for someone that started, oh, he's hit the wall here, D-Flow might just have a bit of a sniff.
I think the Stickers though in front with the slipstream. D-Flow is going to need a miracle to try and get enough of an overlap into T2, or T1 there I should say.
Yeah, he's doing a great job at the moment, D-Flow as well. He started P12 and hasn't looked back since. He's driving the wheels off that SLS.
It's on the back here as well. Bumcrack must have had an issue. His last 3 laps were 53, 53 and 54. He must be having a good run so far, but he's carrying on. You know, anything's possible. If any sort of carnage happens in front of him, he'll be there to pick up the pieces.
Speaking of putting his head down as well, Felix, 1 minute 53 flat last lap, so he's found some pace. got a little bit of clear air, and with the way these guys are battling, he may just start to creep back in. And if Bumcrack just holds his nerve, tries and runs with, oh, as Bumcrack hits the wall behind, and oh no, he's spun as well. Oh no. Just see if we can get that on a replay.
Tire smoke in his wake.
That's unfortunate. As you saw, he just clipped the wall. Just the understeer on the outside clobbers the wall, and that's just all she wrote, unfortunately. And it's very, very easy to do that, especially with a car like the Corvette, which is just an absolute nightmare in terms of understeer.
Definitely, but looking forward here. We've got a battle between race fans. He whipped it. Oh my! Oh well. That is loosey-goosey, if I've ever seen it, but he's held it, he carries on. I'm about to say as well, before he did a little left-right action there, he's currently got the fastest lap of the race with a 52.0, so Lenocis, mate, if you can hear me, mate, don't start taking it easy yet, there are cars chasing you down. Yeah, okay. Definitely. Currently 16 minutes into this race, so, you know, the pit stop window is going to start opening pretty soon. People are going to start thinking about that, like how much fuel I need, when's the best time to get tyres, and D-Flow has spun in the background. D-Flow's gone. Oh, unfortunately, coming out of that blade fast left, right turn 1-2 chicane, just touched the grass on the outside, and the rear wheels lost all traction, and then perpendicular to the wall in no time. That's all it was. It made no sense, but in my head it made sense. Yeah, currently got a bit of damage to the car as well, so Bumcrack's going to be looking at him like a hyena licking his lips at a piece of meat, like, that's a position I see. I nearly say he hasn't got dirty tyres from touching the grass last lap. I'll be amazed. He may have been done again this lap, but it's all good. He just needs to settle back in. Evil Evo's got some pace, so just let him do the hard work. He'll just save some fuel behind. The CP way. I mean, what? I'm joking. Yeah, and also he's bringing with him Pat Star and Cruisin'. I nearly argue he's not Ferrari, he's Alpha. He's in love with the Alfa Romeo, I'm pretty sure. The Group 3 and 4 car in this Gran Turismo 7 game. But yeah, no, it's probably a bit out of his comfort zone. Like, as we all know, the Ferraris, Alfa Romeos, the ones that you drive here are all mid-engine, rear-wheel drive. This thing here with engine in the front. He's going to experience a lot more understeer than oversteer, which is going to be a change of scenery. Might not be welcome for him. So I just want to point out as well here, looking forward to Lenocis, that gap is sort of more or less plateaued now. It's all like your 3.5, 4 second mark. And old Wakey behind, he's setting some pretty well almost identical laps, and he's bringing young Wakey with him. So I'd nearly say, if these two Wakey boys can get their strategy worked out, that'll be even the shout here, catching Lenocis after the pit stops. Well, look forward to the front of the grid here. Start with Lenocis. Tyres currently there, you know, probably about 1/3 of the way down all around. Pretty even tyre wear. And he's looking at about 1/3 of a tank left. Old Wakey, currently he's got better tyres, especially on the rear. He's definitely got better tyres, a lot more rear traction. but he has got a decent bit less fuel, close towards a quarter of a tank mark. We go further down to young Wakey, same sort of tyre wear as the old man in front, but fuel-wise, he is on par with Lenocis. He is sort of matching him fuel-wise. Look at Evil Evo, same fuel again as Lenocis and young Wakey in front of him, and tyre-wise, I'd argue a bit better than the cars in front, so he's really sort of nursing that car. You've also got Race Fan. He's pretty well in the same boat. They're all run almost similar cars. These 4 Astons in the top 5. All running around the 1/3 tank mark, sort of 1/3 to 1/4 tyre wear all round. Stickers, same fuel, bit more worn tyres, but still he's in with a shout here. He's well and truly on par with everyone. Pastar, these Astons, they must have very similar tunes because the wear of tyres and the fuel usage for the most part is almost identical. They are just driving identical cars at this point. Next sort of change here, be cruising the Dodge. His front tyres are definitely seeing better days, but they've still got enough traction to take him to the pit window. Fuel's a bit down in comparison to the cars in front, but he's not too far off it, probably about a bit above quarter of a tank. Felix there, he's probably got the least amount of fuel out of the Astons. My lord. Yeah. So right now, that is very much not checkmate, but check in favour to Wakey there. He's now, less than a second separate from the lead. And he's got the most fuel out of the 2 cars in front, and arguably, probably even the better tyres as well. So he is, right now, I call you effective leader, if he keeps it the way where he is right now. I think right now, if he's not laughing, mate, he's going to be seeing that much red, you can swear blood's coming out of his eyes. He's going to be absolutely pushing this car, trying to rebuild that gap he had, because to lose a 4-second gap and now be down at P3, that there, if it doesn't frustrate you, mate, you're not racing. Oh, we've got a spear at the back. We have... Oh, boy, race fans in the wall. Race fans in the wall. Oh, I need to tap bum crack. Oh, no. It's gone from bad to worse. In the words... In the words of Mark Scaife, mate, he's on the fence, they're all on the fence, and bloody bum crack's playing again. Oh, this is not his night tonight, unfortunately. Definitely bum crack. Race fan, they'll all be very much frustrated by that, and Defro as well. Like, he's now found 2 positions out of that. So after having his little incident, having his own spin, he's now back on the P9. So that's all. What do you got to do? It's not about where you start, about where you finish, and don't give up if something bad happens. Because believe me, something bad can happen at any time. You never know what might happen during the race. You might find yourself at the back of the grid at the start and win the race at the end. Yeah, 1.2 to Lenocis and P3, he's very much playing himself into this game because strategy-wise, he is pretty well run the same sort of thing as young Wakey. So really, he's in with a shout as well. And Sticker's just behind. If he can maybe Stickers another save a bit of fuel, or maybe just underfill a bit to try and get himself in the game, he'll be in for a shout as well. Yeah, no, this is hotting up this race. Definitely, and by the looks of it, I was going to say, Cruiser must have an incident. I thought he was going to the pit lane, but he must be correcting like a near spin of sorts. But now Felix is right behind him. I reckon Felix is going to go for a movie down the T1. He's right in that slipstream range. Definitely has. He's there. Definitely does, but if he keeps going the way he does, the way he is, mate, he'll be there in no time. Best lap of the race so far, 52.7, so he's setting some alright lap times. So speaking of lap times, something that Mr. Daniel Bader, if I probably pronounced that wrong, I do apologise if I did, pointed out to me, fast lap of the race, Stickers with a 51.9. One thing I can guarantee you about this fuel and tyre situation is that if Old Willie unboxes this lap, he's going to cruise around to the pit lane 80 k's an hour. Next lap, he is on the live with nothing left. Yep. They're all in. So look at that. Look at that fuel strategy between the top 6 cars there. You can see Young Wakey, Evil Evo, Stickers, Empatstyle, and even Felix all run pretty similar numbers. Lenocis is also in that conversation. So really, those 5 drivers there going to be in there. Cruising with 6 and Old Wakey with 3. They might lose positions out of the pit lane unless they underfuel and try and sort of just short shift their way for the rest of the race. Just stay in someone's toe, trying to see if they can find that fuel back in the last 20 minutes of this race. Yep, Young Wakey's coming out. Young Wakey's coming out now. He's the first one out, and he's got Evil Evo right behind him. Something I will point out though, Young Wakey took on the most fuel by a decent margin in the top 3. Evil Evo and Stickers definitely short filled. Oh, definitely they will be. Those two, Lenocis and Old Wakey, they brimmed the tanks. They told the pit crew to not stop until there's fuel coming out. Oh. He's right now, Lenocis, he just wants to get as close to that front pack as he can. He knows at this point, if he doesn't start pushing now, Young Wakey's going to have a cruisy run home, and all his hard work, that pole, that forcing gap at the start will go to waste. He needs to more or less just go to hammer time. Oh, it's hammer time. I know what I'm trying to say, I just need to get to it. Yep, a little bit of jumping around there, but he has to leave the position B, currently P5, but he's not going to stay there for long, I reckon. He's going to absolutely fight the Old Wakey here for this position. But by the looks of it, he keeps going wide out of the corners. He might be pushing too hard on his fresh tyres. Old Wakey might just skip away here without even trying. What he needs to do right now is just settle down, just make sure that Pasta behind doesn't really get too close. Just find your rhythm, and once you do, then start worrying about attacking old Wakey. Well, your mic must be very rebellious to go off the rails. It's okay, in the meantime, the people at home can listen to the sound of my luscious voice, so looking forward to the front now. Young Wakey with a 1 second gap over Evil Evo, he is starting to stretch away. He's got a purple second now to Sector 1, 2 tenths up on Stickers' time, which is absolutely phenomenal. Evil Evo Stickers P2 and 3, they're both within a second of each other, and 1.7 back from that is old Wakey. He's still there, still a bit of no man's land currently, with Lenocis another 1.5 seconds behind. But Padstar, he is within touching distance of Lenocis. He's going to be one to P5. He doesn't care Lenocis got pole, he doesn't care Lenocis put a 4 second gap on the fuel at the start. All he sees is the car in front and a position he wants to be in. So he ain't going to stop anytime soon. And it's a nice big gap to Freelix and P7 with a half second penalty again. Thankfully though, there's the next car behind him being cruising 3 seconds behind. He shouldn't lose any positions from this, should be able to serve it and keep moving. See that cruising though, P8 now, he's just nice Sunday drive, he's got no throw anyone behind or in front. He's going to bring his car home, try and capitalise on any mistakes from the front. Any positions he can get is a bonus. Same with D-Flow, 3 seconds behind the cruising. Still with the wipers going, which I imagine his wiper blades are going to be absolutely shot by the time this race is done. Hasn't been a drop of rain yet, so it's not very good for his wiper blades there. At the back of the field there, you've got Race Fan there after his little incident, spinning around and tagging Bumcrack. P10, he's just sending some good laps, nice consistent ones, just bringing the car home. And Bumcrack as well, P11. He is just nice, once again, nice consistent laps. Nice, bring the car home, no point quitting out. It's always good to finish the race. And the gap in front though, starting to extend now, 1.2 between young Wakey and Evil Evo. And there we have old Wakey, fastest lap of the race with a 51.4. He wants a piece of the action. He's only 6 tenths, 7 tenths, sorry, behind Stickers now. He's going to be within touching distance. Stickers may have, unfortunately, played himself out of the podium by underfueling so much, but this might not. Let's see what happens here. Stickers is definitely losing ground. Evil Evo though, he's cleared out. He's making time on young Wakey, which is quite surprising considering that young Wakey has a fuel advantage. So really, Evil Evo should be, a bit conservative in comparison. But he might have a strategy at play here. He might be trying to sort of get to the back of him, and then once he's in touch, just save fuel in the slipstream. It's a good strategy in my opinion. But this gap here is battle on watch right now. Battle between Stickers and old Wakey. God, there is half a second between them now. They are going to be, they're going to be side by side in the T1. I'm calling it now. Yeah, so I was in the chat wondering where Karen has gone, having some technical difficulties here in the come box. His microphone appears to have stopped working, but it's okay. Thankfully, that's why there's two of us here. So if one goes down, the other one takes the reins. I'm still looking here. Old Wakey can't make the move yet into T1. Stickers gets very, very sideways. Looking back now, Lenocis P5, he's fallen back. He's unfortunately played himself out of it, but Padstar got a half a second penalty. Apologies for the technical difficulties there, guys. We're sorting it out as soon as we can. But yeah, this is sort of settling down this part of the race now. Everyone's just trying to find their spots, make sure their car's good for the last 10 minutes so they can really go hard. If they gotta fight someone, they can. This is just the calm before the storm, you can call it. Still Evil Evo and young Wakey still maintain that 1 second gap. I got a feeling that young Wakey, unless he makes a mistake or troys it, or throw back there, he should be alright to take this race win. But the fight for third, that is certainly still on. Old Wakey and Stickers. This is going to be a battle for the ages, I reckon. I have to imagine at this point Stickers is going to be calling upon the wisdom of Prusky, Mr. Whiteheads, and just defend his absolute life out. Now, if these guys fight hard enough, well, notice he's starting to catch back up now. He might play himself into the podium positions, which would be a very good return considering his unfortunate errors at the start, or not start, but the sort of midpoint of the race there. That's patched up behind, served his penalty. Now 2.5 seconds behind Lenocis and 8.5 in front of Felix. Felix there, still setting good laps. He's looking at possibly improving his personal best. He does with a 52.0. It's not a bad lap from him. Still at 1.8 seconds on cruising. Just came out. Lenocis gets a bit squirrely there. Out of the first tunnel there, but holds it. And now Captain Snooze, aka Old Wakey, he is right on the back of Stickers, coming onto the big long back straight. This has to be the pass that Old Wakey was looking for. If he doesn't get this done now, I'd be amazed. He has got such an advantage over Stickers in front. But unfortunately, didn't get as good of a run onto the back straight, and he might not be close enough. It's going to be tight. Less than 3 tenths behind, he's poking out, but can't make a stick. No. Pulls back in, sells in, lives to fight another day. He's going to try and wear down his opponent, try and get Stickers to force the error himself, make the pass easier. Still out in front though, Evil Evo, Young Wakey, they are still within a second of each other, still in that 1.1 to 0.9 of second range. This is going to be a close one between the two of them. But from what I can tell here, Young Wakey, he's got fuel to spare, so if that goes an extra lap or something like that, he is set. Evil Evo, I'm not too sure about. He might be cutting it fine, but if he can just get to the back of Young Wakey, he might be able to just settle in, find an extra lap of fuel just in case, and then worry about attacking. As he sets his fastest lap of the race there, Evil Evo, 151.666, quite an evil number. But yeah, Old Wakey, he's gotten past Stickers, he's done it, he's up into P3, he's got clear air in front of him. He's got nearly a full tank. He started with a full tank of fuel. We'll notice in the background of the grass, but he's recovered just fine. Stickers now is going to be hoping he can just stick with Old Wakey here, try and let him pull him along, try and maintain P4, and then if possible fight for P3 in the latter stages of this race. We'll notice on the other hand, he does not care, he wants Stickers to fall back, or he wants himself to go forward. He just wants to get himself back to the front where he started. But if these three here fight, past P6, he is one to watch. He could be in with a shout here. His car is looking pretty stable, been pretty consistent all race. He might be alright. At the back though, cruising, starting to make ground up on Felix. The gap is now just over a second. This could be a battle here for the minor positions come the end of the race. Their fastest laps, respectively, are only separated by tenths, so very consistent, very similar pace from the both of them. You can see here at the front, Old Wakey still setting some good laps, looking to possibly drop Stickers quite soon. That gap is sort of undulating a bit, but definitely stretching out more that's coming in, which is good news for Lenocis. Should be able to try and pick Stickers off pretty quickly if that's the case. Well, but Evil Evo might have made a mistake here, because now Old Wakey's got nearly, 1.3 seconds over Evil Evo. Look at that lap time, yep, 152.6 from Evil Evo there. He must have made a mistake somewhere compared to Young Wakey's 152.2. So look at the gap here between the Lenocis and Stickers. That's what I'm keeping an eye on right now, because these two are going to get pretty close together quite soon. Less than a second between the two of them. quite surprised here by Stickers, even to try able to keep within the slipstream range of old Wakey there, because he's definitely, like I said, fuel compromised, and he's able to keep himself in the slipstream there, try and sort of mitigate any sort of losses he would incur. But I've got a feeling that he's going to need to really sort of push hard in the straights, try and close that gap, because fuel-wise, he is looking quite low in comparison to his opponents. He may be in for a rude shot come the last 5 minutes of the race, and he's going to back off. Definitely does not want to do a deeds. Ooh, they are painful, can confirm. Hopefully Karen should be back in the box with us quite soon. These mics up here unfortunately were not professional quality, but it's okay. We won't hold against you, Trial Mountain. You're a great circuit, just need to improve upon your commentating facilities. Gap now between 1 and 2, Evil Evo and Young Wakey, or 2 and 1 in that case I should say. Now at nearly 2 seconds, Young Wakey has put the hammer down, he has started to pull the gap, he is just going for it, but look at the back there, Lenocis, P5 with the fastest lap of 151.3, he is closing in really quickly. The moment that Stickers loses slipstream of old Wakey, he's going to fall right into the clutch of the Lenocis. This fight for P4 and probably even the podium is not done yet. The battle up and well for the my positions again. Now it's kicking on. Felix and cruising, separated by less than 0.3 of a second going to T1. Very respectful driving from the both of them. Not doing anything too drastic. As we are now within the final 10 minutes of the race. Very much at this point here, everyone's going to be getting their elbows out. No point playing along, trying to just make up time and get settle in. Now you've got to get moving, get positions, and earn your spot here. That made no sense. Please forgive me. But come on to the back straight here. Cruising and Felix separated by 0.7 of a second. Oh, Felix on the wall. He's caught it. He's caught it, I should say, not captured it. That is certainly car control. I'm hoping you guys saw that on stream because that was bloody amazing. But looking back towards the front again now. Stickers is still within touching distance of old Wakey. He is not letting him go. He must be very much sort of doing well in the corners with that Aston there, because I imagine that Corvette wouldn't be the best turning left and right, but going straight, it would be a weapon.
Alright, have you got me? Can you guys hear me? I just had my microphone completely and utterly die, so it hasn't got much juice. So, unfortunately, I do apologise massively for that, guys. It is an absolute frustration, but yeah, what can we do? So, anyway, we'll get back into the action. I have been trying to keep tabs through it. I have seen a bit of a run through. As Young Wakey is, of course, 2 seconds up on the field at the moment.
Yeah, yes. Hopefully Karen should be back in the box with us, guys. But just in case you can't hear her, please type in the chat. Let him know, or her know, or it know. Can't assume it's gender.
Oh God.
That he can be heard, or it can be heard. If not, let us know. Just if you can't hear him, let us know. We'll try and solve his issues as soon as we can. But in the meantime, I'll keep talking, keep doing my thing. But still, yeah, like you said, Karen, Young Wakey there, still 2 second gap, and he is just dropping some very consistent times. Yeah,
he is well and truly on it at the moment. He's just been in a class of 1 for the last couple of races, and also last probably I'd say season and a bit.
Yeah, but something I will say though, the battle for the my positions, not my positions I should say, but Lenocis and Stickers, now that bloody Stickers has fallen out of the slipstream of old Wakey, he's going to be very vulnerable down the straights. So Lenocis, with the fastest lap of the race, might I add, he's going to be going hard for that P4. And he's within slipstream distance of, or at least was, of Stickers there. So he will be going for him very quickly.
So, just through this race run, guys, I've just tried to make sure that we get as much of the action as we can as well. I do apologise. Bluetooth mics just don't really cut the mustard anymore, unfortunately. So, We'll do a quick run through of the grid though. We've got Young Wakey in P1, Evil Evo over in P2. He's got Old Wakey straight behind him with Stickers P4. He's got Lenocis breathing down his neck. We've got Pat Star P5. He's done a great job, great flat back. Cruising P7. He's got Frelix all over him again. These two arguing for sheep stations once again.
That's a vanilla race. It's good to watch these two go at it.
So, P9, D-Flow, race fans just in P10 there. We've got Bumcrack just in P11, who has had a bit of a tough run tonight as well.
Unfortunately, those sort of results do happen when you just don't even know it. Everything goes wrong, you end up in the wall a few times, you spin, you're off the back of the pack. It happens to everyone, it happens to the best of us, but it's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving. And so these boys here, Bumcrack and Race Fan, are showing that it's not about, just trying to fight the front of the race. It's about just finishing the races, learning from your experiences, and coming back the next round stronger.
Yeah, agreed. And being in that position the last two races, I can say, it's good. You just look forward to the next race. Yeah, these things do happen, unfortunately, guys. So this battle pack between Old Wakey, Stickers, and Lenocis is definitely closing up right now. It's quite interesting to see these guys, starting to tighten up this late in the race.
Definitely, I'd even argue at this point, Old Wakey is starting to pull away from the Stickers and the rest behind him. And I'd say, quite soon, he could be within striking distance of Evil Evo in front of him, possibly even his young fella and Young Wakey. He is showing some very consistent times there in the Corvette. Well,
there's not much time between the two either. It's very close because there's only 3 seconds between the top three? Yeah. And it is a very evenly spread top six at the moment.
It certainly is, definitely. At this point, they're all hoping that one of them makes a mistake so that they can try and capitalise. It's very much, within the last 3 minutes of the race now, so we've probably got 2 more laps left. So very much at this point, these guys here are going to be just dropping qualifiers, trying to make up any positions they can, try and capitalise on any mistakes in front of them. This race is not over yet.
Not by a long shot, and I'm pretty hopeful that we can see these guys push a couple more positions out. Wait and see what happens. The gap between Wakey and Evil Evo is definitely closed right up though. Gee whiz, look at that, it's under a second.
Well, have a look at it here. I'm not sure why that's happening, because looking at the blade performance of the two cars, Evil Evo is the worst on fuel and Young Wakey is the best on tyres. So theoretically, Young Wakey should be pulling away at this point here. He should be able to just go absolutely flat chat, but he might be just conservative. Could be conservative here, just not trying to push the car too hard, just making sure he gets to the finish. He might try and get behind. Once he gets too small, then he'll start to go for it, start to drop qualifiers. But until then, just worry about bringing the car home. No point being the hero in the second to last lap.
Yeah, and I think Stickers, he's put up a valiant fight. Same with Lenocis, but too little, too late, I reckon. 4 seconds behind, unless something dramatic happens. It's going to be curtains for these two. They'll get top fives, but
they certainly will.
The gap between Evil Evo and Young Wakey is definitely on. Evil Evo's just clipped the wall.
I was about to say that myself, he's losing time now. I'd argue that might have just sealed it for Young Wakey. Unless Evil Evo can absolutely pull a hat out of a rabbit, this might be curtains, as you said.
I'll tell you what.
What's not curtains though is Cruising and Freelix, P7 and 8. They're still within half a second of each other going at it. Probably the closest battle on track right now.
They've been tied at the hip pretty much all race as well. That's the funniest thing of all. For the last 45 minutes, I'd say that they've been within 2 seconds of each other.
Well, definitely. The World Championship for P7 is not over yet, as we are possibly calling the last lap for these two boys here, and the last lap for everyone, I nearly reckon.
Yeah.
It's going to be tight here at the front.
I'll tell you what, it's going to take a fair bit of a hike for Evil Evo now to catch Young Wakey. 1.4 seconds behind.
Yeah, and not that it really should affect him, but Evil Evo hit the fuel light, so he's going to be watching that dial. As you can see behind, Evil Evo must have made a mistake, because Old Wakey was in 0.4 of a second now. He's in for a P2.
I reckon Evil Evo, no, he might think he's in trouble fuel-wise, maybe. Must.
Well, it's the final lap now, so as long as he's got enough fuel to make it to the line, he'll be fine.
It is final lap. This is the final lap. Wow, so we'll skip back up to the front. I'm speechless. I thought there might be one more. So back up the front, Wakey, the young one, he's just going to stamp his authority all over this championship at the moment. He's taken the first round by storm, and this will be the second win of the season for young Wakey. He's going to do it in Cap 2. He won in St. Croix. He's going to celebrate over the line, and he's tamed the mountain.
Let's see a drag race between Evil Evo and Young Wakey. Going in favour of Evil Evo. Only half a second between them in the end. Nice, good race there. Stickers P4. That's a very, very good result considering I thought he'll be fuel compromised towards the end there. I noticed this nice sort of recovery there to get P5 after his unfortunate spin towards the start. But he got the fastest lap as well, so if it's any consolation, mate, you were the fastest car on track. Pat Star, P6. Great result there. And
the battle for P7 after 45 minutes of racing has been won by Cruisin' over Freelix, who, he's come back hard after being boxed on quite a bit. D-Flow in P9, he'll be a bit gutted about that one, I reckon. Race fan will round out the top 10. What could have been moment?
Definitely a play. Just a nice sort of just bringing the car home. Unfortunately, it wasn't his day today. Same with D-Flow and Bumcrack. Just one of their days, but they brought the car home. They'll go back to the sheds, they'll debrief, have a few beers, and look on to the next round in a fortnight's time. But that there, guys, was 50 minutes of Trial Mountain for Division 2 of the Sector 1 Sim Racing Supercars Championship. Won by Young Wakey there. Great job by him. Yeah, don't forget to chuck in the chat, guys. Driver of the day. What are you feeling, Karen? Who's your driver of the day so far? Appears we've lost Karen. Okay then. Well, I guess something to me then. If I pick a driver of the day in this race, oof. It's a tough one, but I nearly have to go old Wakey. He's just driving a nice, consistent race all around. And after being so low on fuel at the first pit stop, to pull himself back up and to finish third, nearly second, that was a great job there. Well done to them. Special mentions do go out to the World Championship for P7 between Cruisin' and Freelix. That was absolutely stunning to watch. But yeah, I'll look in the chat here while Karen once again is having microphone troubles. Hopefully by the time we end up in the next round at our top list, I believe it is, we should have those issues fixed. But having a look here, we've got some Evil Evo, Evil Evo. Well, the guys really like Evil Evo there. It's a fair point. He drove a very nice race as well. Nice P2 there, and was challenging for the lead. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it in the end, but I would say if the race was a few laps longer, I reckon he would have been a lot closer. I'm really hoping Karen gets in here, but I did notice that just jumped in the back door there. D-Flow's jumped in the com box after your stint, mate. How are you?
Let's just say it could have been better, but no, look, it was good fun. Can't complain.
Oh, that's what you asked for, and that's what you came here for at Sector 1, just some nice fun racing. But yeah, like Karen and I say in the box. Alright, Karen, he's back. Karen, you've missed, I'm not sure if you saw him walk in, but your best friend in D-Flow is coming to the com box to say g'day. Have a little interview debrief.
Yeah, no, I've had massive microphone issues all night, so sorry guys for all that. I'll rectify that before the next round, that's for sure. We've figured out the solution to the problem, and yeah, not too pleased about that at all. But massive thanks to Spalding Muffin for stepping up when the comms box hit the fan.
Oh, I'm happy to do so, mate. I love getting on the microphone here. I'm definitely not the best talker, but I'll keep talking as long as I can to try and put the show on for the fans.
Anyway, D-Flow, how'd you go? Like, what did you think of tonight?
I was saying to Muffin, it could have been better, but honestly, I can't complain. It was good to get back in the car for the first time in, gosh, who knows how long, for the last official race, that is. Yeah, it was good. The Merc drove well, aside from me looping it. I guess I could say I Troyed it.
Oh god.
Aside from that, everything went alright. I can't complain.
I'm gonna try and figure out a graphic for the screen where it says Troyed it every time someone has that moment. But anyway, I'm gonna I reckon we might just call it a night there, guys. I have rectified the problem, but it's constant at the moment. So.
All good then. Right, yeah. Well, while Karen's sorting out, I'll do a little send off. So thank you to everyone at home for watching us tonight here at Sector 1. If you're looking to get on the grid and looking to join the fun, check out our description there. Should find a link to our Discord. Jump on in, say good day. We'll happily have you on the grid. And all those here watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more of it. And thank you very much for stopping on by. We'll see you next week at Autopolis.